So I was showing my buddy the other day. It was a couple days ago, and my buddy was like all sad, and I was kind of with him for like the whole day. We were driving around, hours. We were driving around, and I was telling my buddy, I was like, "Yo, what's wrong, man? Why you look all sad? Like you're like fucking on your phone, like heartbroken and shit." And my buddy like tells me this long story, like 30 minutes of like what's going on, trying to explain it. And my buddy's kind of he's a weirdo kind of. So he overthinks things. One of those guys, just overthinking in his head. He's like, I don't know, man. What's wrong? I don't know why my girl left me. So he's tripping over his girl or something. And he explained everything. I'm like, tell me step by step what's going on. And like as he's slowly telling me this shit, I'm like, really? You can't see why she left you? Can't see why she blocked you on Facebook or whatever? Can't see why she left you? It's like, no, man, I don't know why she did that. I'm like, okay, now say what you just told me again, but slower. He's like, well, all I did was sleep with her best friend and her sister. Why'd she leave me? Why'd my girl break up with me? All I did was sleep with her fucking best friend and her sister. He's like, I don't know. Welcome to the weekend show with Mediumjay, man. I just thought it was so funny because like he literally was just sitting there like, man, why did she block me though, guy? Bro, like why? Maybe because you fucked her sister, dog. And the thing is, it wasn't even like he was like, man, I learned my lesson or anything. Because he was like, man, I'm trying to fuck her bestie boyfriend, like guy bestie friend. He was trying to fuck his girl. This nigga was trying to fuck everybody that was in her vicinity, bro. And he's like, I don't know, why'd she leave me though? Like. So yeah, that's at least thank your stars you don't have friends like mine, man. Like I couldn't understand. She was my boo thing. All I did was fuck her sister and her best friend, try to fuck one of her friends. But got a lot of news today for this weekend show. I got a new chair, by the way. Check out this chair drip. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. This shit costs a pretty penny. It costs most people's rent, to be honest. Look at this chair. Look at this fucking nice gaming chair. You know your boy. Follow your boy on Twitch too. Cash Leaders. twitchtv.tv/cash leaders. However you fucking spelled. Twitch is kind of weird. They have the .tv instead of .com. But yeah, we're gonna be gaming on this motherfucker a whole lot soon enough. But yeah, we'll get into this shit. Well, actually, no. Fuck the news for right now because there's so much news going on, and it's kind of getting overwhelming. So I want to say last weekend there's no weekend show because last weekend I was fucking out with my mom, and we watched an old black guy get hit by a car. This is old black guy get hit by this car. Yeah, there's this native chick, right, that hit him, and she was like an older lady. And she was driving, and the shit was wild because, man, he got hit, and I was with my mom and a little homie, and we were just walking. We were right in front of the black guy, you know, that got hit. So, like, literally, it could have just been us. Like, it could have been me, my mom, and the little guy, but it was just some old black guy. And, like, dude, smacked loud as fuck. We turned around and, like, jeez, he's laying on the floor or on the fucking street, middle of the street, right? And, like, my mom said you got to call the police, like get the license plate numbers and shit. And I'm like, yeah, mom. She kept telling me, and she's like, yo, you gotta call. And I'm like, yo, you know, your boy ain't a snitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a snitch or nothing, but I huggy beared that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen some cops roll by, and it's funny because they rolled by actually down the same street. The guy was still like getting up, like still hit by a car and shit. He's still trying to shake it off. But this police lady, she pulls into the Liquor Mart parking lot, which was really close to where we were, and So I ran up to the police lady and I was like, yeah, some shit happened over there. You know what I'm saying? They kept it real brief. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't no snitch. I was like, yo, someone got hit. I didn't really see nothing. License plates, kind of blurry and shit. But yeah, someone got hit. You know what I'm saying? I chased her down. And this little cop, she had a ring on her finger, right? She was attractive. She was a miss police officer. She was attractive. But she looked like she wasn't getting pumped right. That's why she at the liquor store on shift. She drinking on shift. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'll be there. Don't worry. It's just gotta go check out a report here. I'm like, yeah, goes a couple of reports. You know what I'm saying? She drinking for sure. She drinking. But yeah, I was like, yo, we just be over there. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy's fucking just got hit by a car and shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably gonna need some help. Maybe call an ambulance or something. And yeah, so this motherfucker stayed in line. I mean, the police officer, she just stayed in line, and I'm pretty sure she just got some liquor. She was just getting some liquor, but yeah, she's drinking on the job, bro. Like, fuck, shit, you not, man. And yeah, like, so like, yo, this guy was out in the middle of the street, right? And like, it's so funny because like, this black guy, when he got hit, right? He's like. He started this weird Richard Pryor. God damn it! You hit me, you motherfucker. God damn it! You probably gonna leave. Yeah, you just go. Yeah, I don't. He did some routine and it was so good. Like it was just like, yeah, motherfucker hit me. God damn it! You know, if I messed up my leg and shit, I'll be fine. No shit. Can't bring a black man down. It was like, yo, like it was like the funniest. Like just got hit by a car doing fucking stand-up routine. Like, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? God damn it. Pop my bones like bull wrap. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I would have been nice if I was actually working. I'm on fucking pension right now. If go on workers' comp after this motherfucker. It was like he was saying the funniest shit. Motherfucking his cane went to the right. His hat with a feather in it. He had a feather, one of those fucking fold up like toupee hats, not toupee, my bad. One of those classical gentleman hats with a feather in the cap, and it went flying to the left. His fucking cane went to the right. Physically, it didn't make sense. It was just a fun, like, probably 10 out of the 10 best fucking car hitting a pedestrian that I've ever seen. It was the only time I've ever seen it, but to be honest, that's the type of shit you see downtown. Never a dull moment downtown. Those people up in the suburbs wish they had this type of shit. Y'all motherfuckers watch, I don't know, shit on TV and shit. We're living it, bro. That's why I don't really want to comment on all this shit going on in the world, because, I mean, you live downtown. It's crazy enough as is, So, we'll get into this news. There's a lot of news to go comment on some stuff. A lot of people call him Kanye Velasquez. I'm reading his name right now. It's Cain Velasquez. It's not Kenny. But the former UFC champion and future Hall of Fame MMA fighter Cain Velasquez, he was denied bail earlier this week because he shot a man, who was believed to have molested his a child relative of his. Now, this is tough. So the guy gets off, figuratively and legally, so to speak. This guy that allegedly abused his child sexually, you know what I'm saying? So this pedo, is driving by a school, probably to pick up some new meat, you know what I'm saying? Some fresh new jailbait or some shit. This fucking freak, you know what I'm saying? And Cain Velasquez, he pulls up, hops out, and he starts dumping, dog. This guy just starts shooting. Bah, bah, bah. And bro, he ain't even a shooter, bro. You're a fighter. He an MMA fighter. Because this motherfucker missed and chipped the dude's stepdad in the vehicle. So I'm like, yo, you shooting at a motherfucker, is it, like, at least making sure you hit your target, bro. I'm going to give some pointers to Cain. Like, I'm going to give some, some pointers, First of all, if you got the whip, if you drive and you pulled out and hopped out, What's the point? You crashing that motherfucker. You already gonna kill a motherfucker. You already planning on going to jail, bruh. So you gonna crash your whip into, get your whip, crash it into that motherfucker, then find out his address. Shit, sorry, because I don't know if he knew Cain Velasquez. If he knew, this could have been just like a first one or whatever. But either way, you still have to get the address and shit. Take a photo of his license, right? Get his address, find out his address for the information exchange after. For the insurance and shit. And of course, you show up to his house late at night, everyone's asleep, right? Everyone's fucking, not a creature in the house is stirring or whatever. You fucking break into his house and you choke him out, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That way you can either easily get away with it. It's late night. You've murdered him. You're choking him. You're an MMA fighter too, so you got that. You know how to sink a fucking grapple on him, grapple choke or whatever, rear naked. And then no one knows this is the best way to get away with murder. You know what I'm saying? They can't prove it's you. What? Unless they fingerprint the fucking lock-ins, but all you do is wear those fucking MMA gloves anyways, bro. And the ones with the fingers, I guess they're fingerless. Whatever, dude. Who cares? He could probably easily get away with it anyways. But dude, MMA fighters shouldn't be shooters. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be shooting this shit in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Right next to your kids and shit. These motherfuckers. It's like he started dumping outside of his school, man. This shit crazy, bro. Like, you're an MMA fighter. You were a UFC champion, man. Hire a sniper, bro. Do the Hillary Clinton route, bro. And then fucking just say he committed suicide, bro. Say he killed himself. You got so much potential, Cain Velasquez, to fucking, first of all, even if you crashed your whip into him, the guy's all fucking stutter, and we're coming to save you, and then put him in your car and just take him off into the woods, we're coming to save you, That's what he could have done, you know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in an eye for an eye, though, you know what I'm saying? But much worse, if something happens bad to you, I've been listening to a lot of Grant Cardone lately, the 10x rule. You gotta 10x it. If something happens to you, you 10x it to them back, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if someone breaks into your house, right, steals your TV and jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Expensive rocks, you know what I'm saying? You can't write this shit, people. This expensive rocks to invest in, jewelry, shit writes itself, But fuck it. So if someone breaks into your house, right, steals your jewelry, and you cash them, right, now you get to fuck up their place. You get to run into their place, and you get to take anything you want. This is the eye for an eye saying. You get the fucking toaster, dog. You get the microwave. You're taking the cutlery, bro. You know what I'm saying? Draws out the dresser. Yeah. It doesn't even fit your dresser, but you taking that shit anyways. You don't give a fuck. Everything, man. We're talking the credit cards. We're talking identity. You know what I'm saying? The SIN numbers. The social insurance numbers. The security if they're on pension. You taking their pension forms. You know what I'm saying? You're messing up their fucking T4 slips so they can't do taxes, dog. Don't even fucking matter, bro. And shit. It shit don't even make sense, bro. You take your fucking toothbrush. You'd be like, yo, what are you gonna? I want to brush my teeth. Nah, man, gingivitis for you, dog. We don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You take the fucking toothpaste too, bitch. Taking that toothpaste too. Yeah, the tube is almost done. Yeah, it's rolled up to the point where it just literally looks like a spiral because it's on the last little bit of we don't give a fuck. We're taking that crusty old toothpaste tube, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And if someone touched, that's literally just because you stole my TV and my jewelry. You know what I'm saying? But if someone touches my child, right, I would have to smash or whip into your motherfucking car, hop out my car, pull that son of a bitch out, right, and then pull his pants down, pop a Viagra, of course. Chase it down with some Jim Beam. Got that whiskey dick going. You know what I'm saying? Got that whiskey dick. Hard as fuck, but lasts long. Like the Energizer Bunny, baby. And what we gonna do is we gonna go to town on that ass. That's just what it is, bro. Just a lot of blood torn. A lot of blood from the torn rectum, you know what I'm saying? and I'll be increasing my size thanks to Bathmates, bathmates.com. We'll get into the ad, ladies and gentlemen. Bathmates, have you thought of increasing the length? And ladies out there, this isn't just for men. Have you wanted to tell your man that he's a little smaller in the bedroom without actually telling him he's a little bit smaller, and you would want him to be bigger and increased in length and girth? Give Bathmates a call, ladies and gentlemen. You can check it out online. The link will be in the description. And what you could do right now is get a big enough hog on you to hopefully get the revenge rape that you need in order to make it painful, at least. So bathmates.com, make sure you hit that link in the description, the promo code, and you can find out more today, because obviously what I do mostly is just parodies, so don't take what I say seriously, but the products itself can help you achieve the length and girth that you deserve. Bathmates. Thanks, guys. So we'll hop back into this. So we're talking, like, a lot of people supporting Kanye Velasquez. A lot of people, Cain Velasquez. Talking dozens of MMA fighters. I think Joe Rogan talked about it about a week ago, about having how he should have ran the car off the road, beat him up, and beat him to death if he was planning on it. Because if you're shooting, you never know. He's not a shooter. Plus, the dude's been hit in the head probably so many times that he's probably has difficulty, with hand-eye coordination. But nonetheless, a lot of MMA fighters share their feelings of support because, they can understand it. I mean, most people can understand this. Apparently not the courts, though. The courts probably didn't understand it. About, how it feels like if you have a young child, especially you have a young child, and something bad happens to them, you almost get especially males and testosterone, and MMA fighters are very there's a testosterone filled world, right? Like the environment, and it's a lot of guys dealing with their emotions with action. So if you could only imagine how many people, I mean, most men out there have the same feeling, fuck them up, kill them, kill these pedophiles, because it's robbing a child of their innocence, and it's got to stop. Pedophiles got to stop that shit. Stop fucking kids, you know what I'm saying? Or else you get fucked up, I mean, Cain may not be a shooter, but your boy out here shooting, I'll take out a pedophile for free. That's pro bono, bruh. That's what I'd do. That's what I'd do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But not just MMA fighters, you know what I'm saying? Even people like Rey Mysterio, who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y Mysterio. He's like, yo, I'll fuck the shit out of that motherfucker. I'll fuck him up, you know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. I'll fuck that guy up. So I don't know. It's got to be tough to be that guy, if you think about it, because he's probably trapped with this. This is hard to say. He's probably trapped with these feelings that should be repressed, of wanting to, molest fucking young kids, as pedophile shit, right? And I've never really understood it. I don't think most normal people can't. It's like a weird fetish, not even a fetish. It's almost like you're trapped with Satan, and he's constantly whispering to you, right? And I'm sure that they don't want to be like this. I'm sure, but they got their, I don't know. That's what they're into, right? So it'd be tough to be this guy, right? He's got it's a weird bounty on his head. A lot of MMA fighters are like, yo, we'll fight. They're literally tweeting it. And the funny thing is, it's like the call to violence against pedophiles. It's not even Twitter ain't banning these motherfuckers, It's weird. It's almost like if you start to fight for something you believe in, it's like Twitter will be like, that's cool. Like the Taliban, ISIS, you guys could stay on Twitter. But if you fight for something that not the majority of your group believes in, like the Trump rallies or some shit, and a lot of Trump people probably didn't want to fucking invade I'm kind of losing my point. It's just weird how Twitter allows you to go like, I'll fucking kill pedophiles, but it's like, I'm gonna kill this man right here, and it'll go, okay, we had to delete that, and you go, oh no, wait, support Twitter. He was a pedophile. They go, oh, that's pretty lit. All right, we'll keep it up there. You know, like even Twitter doesn't give a fuck, and Twitter's pretty strict on what you can post and what you can't post as far as violence goes. But I couldn't imagine being this guy, because I remember me and my buddy Steven Base Jesus, shouts out to Base Jesus one time real quick, RIP to that boy. He was telling me this shit, and we were walking, and I remember seeing we seen this, like, there's like this pedophile in the neighborhood, right? We were in like high school, but or maybe even middle school. Like, we could have been young, but me and Steven, we were black kids, so we developed pretty early. We were like big guys, you know, and we hit the gym a lot too. We did a lot of fucking bench sets and shit. We very active guys. So we had we look like we're 20 when we're like 16 kind of thing. And I remember he was talking to me about this shit, and we were like passing by this spot, and I was like, dude, look at all this shit. Pedophile, like this guy, like it was like a fence, you know, this out to this house, and it was like written nothing but like, you're a fucking pedophile and this and that. And the weird thing was, like, it's like, we're just like, yo, do you think that's a coincidence? And I think Steven was telling me, no, like he knew like this one girl, and like almost got fucking like abducted by this dude or some shit, you know, this young girl. And like his, like, whoever lives there, he's like, he's a fucking pedophile, dude, like, let's fucking kill him. So we actually plotted to kill him, right? This was fucking, obviously we're fucking 16, like, and like we probably weren't gonna actually go through it, but I don't know what we would have done if we probably would have beat him up or something. But yeah, it's just like, we were plotting to fuck him up with, like, cause I think I had a bat or something at the time. We had some sort of weapon or a hammer, something like a wrench. We were gonna just beat him up, right? And we stayed outside his place for so long, dude. And it was like we're hours out plotting, and then we just looked at each other and we're like, dude, it's like 11 p.m. Like, he's probably not gonna go out. And I just remember, like, we just like tagged up his fence again, like, because I guess they would wash it, okay, the wife apparently, which is fucking really tough, and it's fucking really sad. So we tagged up his place or whatever. And I remember I don't think I was driving at the time, I was fucking walking, but I remember walking by that spot again, and I walked by, and I seen his wife, and his wife was cleaning up your husband's a fucking pedophile, like, writings and shit. And it was just sad. And I just remember this thinking, like, you know, like, that just, like, it didn't really humanize him so much, because I still wanted to beat the shit out of him, and I was hoping to see him, the guy, but it was his wife. And she just looked so shamed, you know. And it was the weirdest feeling in my body, because I was like, dude, I just told Steven, like, we can't go back and try to fucking, like, because, like, yo, like, he's got kids of his own and shit, and fucking, it is just like one of those weird, like, it's, I guess I felt bad. Like, I just remember thinking, like, yo, he's trapped with in his own hell, because he probably knows how fucked up it is. Because, like, yo, like, I think, like, personally, some people think putting a thumb up a chick's butt is nasty. I like putting a thumb up a bitch's butt. Sometimes when you're in the mood, or like choking, but then there's levels to this shit. And I think pedophile is like the hell level. Like, pedophile is like that, and there's a couple of others, like amputee porn, where it's like, you know, shit like really dark things, like gore porn, you know, like I seen a guy, yes, well, you could see a lot of stuff on the internet, but the pedophile stuff is like what lands you directly to, like, you know, the Dante's Inferno or Purgatory. It's just a bad thing it's a bad thing to even be associated with. It's tough to even talk about, to even, like, to say, like, yo, how do you feel? How do you think they feel? It's even that is a tough enough thing to get through. Like, I could definitely tell that, like, I you know, people will probably feel a certain way. But I just felt bad for his wife, right? I mean, I didn't really feel bad for him. I just looked at his wife, and she's just hung up head and just washing the shit of how her husband's a sexual abuser to young kids. It's like, yo, maybe she just got, maybe to be honest, she just got to throw the pussy at him a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she wasn't doing her job. Maybe this is her fault. You know what I'm saying? But moving on. Britney Spears was posting these Jewish stars, ranting about being locked up in on IG, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram. Now, my buddy that is a Nazi, he hates what Jews do. I don't think he hates Jewish people. This is a tough one too. I'm putting myself in. Well, it's the chair. I'm really comfortable as a chair, but I'm hitting uncomfortable topics right now. My buddy, he doesn't. It's not like he particularly doesn't like Jews, right? But he doesn't like how well they are at finance. He doesn't like how they're always organizing to push everybody except Jewish people out. It's like I'm an anti-fascist, but he can get carried away. In Antifa, you're anti-fascist, right? And that just means you oppose fascism. So technically, most people are anti-fascist, but the Antifa guys that take it one step further and start punching, good old Proud Boys, and it's like, hey, are you a Proud Boy? It's like, nah, man, I'm a half black guy, but you look white. Bah! So I would get punched by the Antifa. Because I make these jokes about this stuff, but so my buddy, he showed me this post about Britney Spears, and this Britney Spears post was kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? This kind of reminds you why this fucking bitch should be locked up. Like, I was on the Free Britney train for the majority of the last few months. Like, the last few months, I was, you could go through the podcasts, you could go through of what I was talking about. I was like, man, Britney, somebody's gotta free this bitch. It's about time. She deserves it. And I was making very good, strong claims for her mental health, and all the work that I did for the Free Britney. Ultimately fucking up in arms with this shit that she posted. She posted like the Sistine Chapel, and you scroll to the right, it's this Jewish star, and you scroll to the right again, and it's some weird cryptic shit, and you just go like, what is she talking about? She's like, I've been, used and abused and all of this stuff. I can't really decipher what a fucking schizo posts, These are schizo posts, and I schizo post ironically, like as a joke, like I'll be fucking my landlord deserves to be shot in the head just because I have to pay rent this month, right? Like it's supposed to be like over the top egregious posts that I do, but this post with Britney Spears is like, yo, this is so weird because like, yo, just about a week ago she was on the beach nude and just chilling, and it's like, dude, this is what's in her head, like I seen her tits and I was like, I feel like almost like I wish I could take my nut back from jerking off, because yo, this bitch crazy, dude. And to be honest, most girls are crazy, but Britney Spears, she was on How I Met Your Mother, and there is the ratio of hotness to craziness. So like the hotter she is, the crazier she can be. But I think the weird part about it is Britney Spears was hot enough to be this crazy, and I don't think many men noticed. But now that she's getting a little older, she's going like the fucking Pam Anderson route, where it's like she's starting to look a little like a has-been, Luckily, I don't think she got a lip injections or anything, but if she did, it's gonna start to notice soon. Like, I mean, what is she like? She's turning 40, and those eggs are dried up, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's starting to get, just clean it up a little bit, Britney. Stop like this. You never win ranting about Jews. Look at Whoopi Goldberg. What happened with Whoopi? All she said was, the Holocaust is a bunch of white people killing white people. It wasn't about race. And I mean, I get it, Whoopi. Let me try to defend Whoopi for a second. We get what you're trying to say, Whoopi. You're old, you're washed up, you're trying to spark some controversy. They told you the viewership was down, so you said some shit so people start watching The View again. But not like this, Whoopi. Not like this with the Jews. I love Jews, by the way. I love Jews. I just want to put that out there. I believe that I don't even think it was 6 million. It could have been even 10 million. As far as 10 million, a lot of those the records weren't there, you know. And if any Jewish churches want to donate to me, I'll put my email at the bottom. You can hit that PayPal link, and you get a pop it, baby. I also do perform shows at and you can hire me for bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs, you know. So we'll get into another ad. Cash Leaders, you know, you want music, hit up Cash Leaders. Cash Leaders, you know, Spotify, YouTube. And as well as Mediumjay. A lot of people don't really recognize that there's Cash Leaders as an artist and it's Mediumjay as an artist. But it's the same thing. People don't really get it, and it's hard to explain all the times. But so as Mediumjay is like Beyonce, and Cash Leaders is Destiny's Child. But the thing is, Destiny's Child was mostly Beyonce anyways, you know what I'm saying? It was mostly Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? You listen to a Destiny's Child song and you go, oh, dude, like Kelly Rowland's just in the background. And that other girl, Solange, bro, I don't think I've ever heard her on a Destiny's Child record. Maybe she was doing like the buttons in the studio. She's hitting record for Beyonce, and then like, all right, you're in the you're on the credits as the girl that hit the button. You know, I didn't hear Solange at all, dude. And the funny thing is, Kelly Rowland, when she went solo, she got that shit popping, bro, with Nelly, Kelly Rowland, Dilemma, bruh, you know? Or was that Ashanti? No, that was Kelly Rowland, right? Kelly Rowland, when I'm with my boo. Yeah, that was. She was pretty good, right? It was a good song. But Cash Leaders and Mediumjay, both on Spotify, both on YouTube, both on Apple Music, and Tidal. We're starting to put the master badges on Tidal, so you know, check out the music. It just dropped, the Medium Effect. You know, you guys gonna like that shit. I should have. You know what? This time I'll put the album into the description, because I didn't do it last time. I said I was gonna do it last time, but put it on this time. And yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna get back into the podcast. So Starbucks, McDonald's, and Coca-Cola have shut down in Russia right now. This is due to the ongoing war with Russia with Ukraine, the ongoing Russian invasion, pretty much, of Ukraine. And you know, a lot of people are like really taking these sides. It's just kind of almost weird how much sides people are taking with Ukraine. Almost like Ukraine gave a lot of money to our political leaders. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Starbucks and Mickey D's felt the pressure after the world public. You know, the pressure from the world public. And Coke just pulled out of Russia too, and of course Pepsi followed. You know. And it's weird because now I think I just seen like a shit post, but it was probably a real post anyways, that Russia is rumored to have legalized piracy. So like Russians, the funny thing is Russians not paying for like all that bullshit. Like a lot of the streaming services stopped. I think Twitch banned them. I said that last podcast. Now a lot of companies are pulling out of Russia. Well, the biggest ones, Starbucks, McDonald's, and fucking Coca-Cola. That's weird. And Pepsi too. So they're going to be really healthy. They're going to be, you know, not fucking wasting their money month to month on shitty fucking streaming service apps. And they're going to get the piracy back going. I think personally, you know, what's there to do in Russia other than go to the gym and target practice while you're shooting? Get your, you know, they got a nice oil supply. You know, they should be good for oil. And then the thing is, people don't want to stop trading. Biden for sure doesn't want to stop trading with Russia because they got a nice fucking nice oil supplies, so they're still gonna be buying oil. That's why oil's. I don't even understand how oil is so expensive, because nothing else correlates other than oil. Like, why isn't Pepsi, or not Pepsi, but Coke, McDonald's, and Starbucks? Why isn't that shit cheaper? Because they stopped operating out in Russia. So they should have an abundant supply of more shit that they would have normally pumped into Russia. Why can't the prices ever go back? Prices never get lowered, right? Everything goes up. Gas is they say gas fluctuates, but I have yet to see it ever go down, ever. I've seen it go down. Maybe it'll go up ridiculous, and people go, "Oh, that's too fucking much. We're gonna stop fucking using gas right now." And they go, "All right, it's now 180." And you go like 180 a liter. You go, it was like 225, and people go like nobody bought it. So they're like, all right, we were just joking. It's 175 now, and they go, oh, okay. Oh, if it gets any higher, I'm not. That's all the people have. But in reality, it never goes down. It went down during a pandemic, which didn't really make sense. Because it was like the time of struggling. You should have kept people in. I would have imagined it would have went up. We could have jacked it up to, hey, you're not supposed to be out. You're taking chances, but gas is so cheap, right? No one was supposed to be working anyways. It should have been hard. But yeah, just to me it doesn't really make sense. But interestingly enough, with these sanctions and shit, for Russia, is opened up a black market, for the illegal sale of Coke, burgers, fries, and coffee, to fucking, to get a Starbucks coffee, or like a nice McDonald's burger and Coke and fries for Russia. You get it on the black market, you have to go to the dark web and shit, but the pricing is little under 4,500 for a nice meal of Russian rubles, which is currently, last time I checked, which a couple of days ago I wrote this out, it was about 350 USD or 450 Canadian or 266 pounds or whatever the hell fucking Brits use. Pounds, the UK pound, or they go to old Queen money. But it's weird, right? Like that's a ridiculous. So if you're looking to make some money to pay for gas now, just buy a McDonald's burger and ship it to Russia for the low. I mean, you make like 10 times your fucking investment. Get a $10 burger, sell it for $100, and people will be like, "Oh, that's a good deal. He's got those burgers for the low." It's like in prison, like in that movie, The Longest Yard. With you get those McDonald's, you give them boys in prison McDonald's meals, bro. You safe from the prison rape that night, they love those burgers, bro. Those cheeseburgers at McDonald's, they're actually so good. I'm pretty good. Shouts out to McDonald's, but this isn't even, they're not paying me to say this, but I want to say thanks to all the companies pulling out of Russia. Yeah, shouts out to show support. It is weird though, the Ukraine thing. It's weird how the world is so invested in Ukraine, because Ukraine to me, and this is kind of gonna offend some people, so get triggered, bitch. Ukraine is like the little loser brother that can never get their act together. I was actually talking to a Russian chick, and she's part Ukraine too, and she said, this is very confusing for me because I'm part Russian and I'm part Ukrainian. And I said, well, what do you feel like in this conflict? Because I'm half black and I'm half white, and when this whole like race war goes down, it's kind of confusing. And she just laughed at me. She laughed. I was like, why are you laughing? Like, I'm literally trying to relate to you. You don't. This is women though. This is women, by the way. They just laugh. Literally, she opens up to me. I'm like, yeah, that's tough, because I share some of my shit, and she's like, this weak faggot bitch. But anyway, she was telling me that there's Russia. Russia. A lot of people see Russia as evil and stuff like that. But like, Ukraine's government is fucking pretty corrupt. They do a lot of corrupt shit. Like, why do you think Biden had his son out in Ukraine getting like ridiculous amounts of money. Why is Ukraine on the payroll to Biden? It's weird. It's a weird, like, because he only smokes crack all day, and he has like these weird dealings on a computer and his laptop, right? So I could kind of believe what that bitch was saying, especially because she's part Ukrainian and she's part Russian, and she's got both sides in their veins. She goes, well, Russia's may look like the bad guys here, but let's not remember, like, it's like they were part of the USSR. He's just trying to take back what's rightfully his. And I was like, yo, I said that shit last week as a joke, but like, I could kind of believe it after one single Russian lady told me how she felt. I can kind of think like, yo, Ukraine's, got some fucking dirt on up its sleeves and shit. It's not like it's all rainbow and sunshine before. I'm pretty sure they fucked over their people multiple times. Weren't they the motherfuckers the ones that weren't they the ones that went bankrupt like a ridiculous amount of times back in like 2008? They were like just going bankrupt. Maybe they need to get this invasion going, and maybe they need to get taken over by Russia so that they can live a fucking normal life and not go bankrupt. Like, how does a whole fucking country go bankrupt? Like, I mean, we're in debt, but like, I mean, we're fucking, we're swimming in it. We're swimming in debt. But like, I remember just being like a child and going like, Ukraine's fucking bankrupt? Like, I just didn't get that. Like, I and then they'd say things like Nigeria's bankrupt, but then Nigeria just keeps printing. I'm like, yeah, wouldn't they just print more money? Like, you run this shit, just print more money, and then it's like their money becomes worthless. Then you go, okay, then we'll just print more money. The money is worthless. Okay, we got this new money that's worth something. Just make it up. I don't think any other government does anything else differently. The Queen is just pound stamping them pounds. Our Canadian government is just rolling off those maple syrup dollars, and the Americans. Well, and Brazil, to be honest, what does Brazil got? The Brazilian bucks? It's just like, it's nothing but like. How can Brazilians get all of these ass shots? They're like a third world country, but they got the best surgery for ass injection. Like, they're just making it up, and in America, how is America's good? I think their dollar's tied to bullets. You know what I mean? With the guns and shit. So like, they're like, it's like they're just, every time they go to war and shoot up some shit, they're just like, yo, here comes the money. Like, they just, if someone gets shot, they're like, dude, it's gonna be a good harvest. It's like rain for farmers. Oh, so there's a school shooter popping off. Well, it's gonna be a good year this season. With gun store owners and shit. But yeah, that's my thoughts about the Russian and Ukrainian war. Not really a war, it's just a couple of people in power trying to take back a couple of people that are not in power. Okay, but I watched the fights last week. Colby Covington, watched him out wrestle Masvidal last UFC main event, and it was a good fight. If you guys watch UFC, Drake apparently bet on Masvidal because I don't know if Colby was talking shit or something. Colby's one of those Trump guys that you just can't help but hate. You love to hate him. He's just talking shit kind of guy. Drake lost $275,000 on a bet for Masvidal. And Colby was quick to trash talk the Canadian artist. He told him, you need to get back to selling those shitty albums, you know what I'm saying? Get back to selling them shitty ass fucking garbage tracks, bruh. That's what he was saying. He's like, yo, Drake, y'all motherfucker was hot in the 2000s, dog, and it's now 20 years later, bruh. You know, get back to saying, hold on, we going home, bruh. And get back to the hotline bling shit. What else you gonna make up? Call me on my phone like Soulja Boy? There's only so much you could take from Soulja Boy. That's what Colby was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what Colby was saying, bruh. And I was like, yo, this shit funny as fuck, because I mean, you just beat up a dude, right? That's like the shit talking. That's the level of shit talking that you have. But Drake looks so mad. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Kanye West, I think, is up. You know, he's up. And we'll go into it. There's a divorce going on with Kanye and Kim. And you may go, man, Kim's divorcing Kanye for Pete Davidson, bruh. How is Kanye up? Think about it like this. Everybody in the Kardashian family, every single man that joins and enters gets fucked up. Think about it. Bruce Jenner. It's a Kardashian curse. We've all heard about it. Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, literally murdered. Bruce Jenner murdered a man, right? And it only happens to the males. He before he murdered a person. Accidental is manslaughter. Somehow turns into a woman, gets off, suddenly has a beautiful life, instantly good. So that the curse is like, it's literally like such a specific thing. Evil Bruce Jenner. You know, he was a Hall of Fame guy, all of this stuff, but he murdered a person, and he was just completely emasculated on the Keeping Up with the Kardashian show. You go, he's like a Olympic gold medalist, and he's regulated to his fucking garage like it's Rick and Morty, except it's not a fucking cartoon. He's Rick inside his fucking cartoon basement or garage. Like, he's like, yo, you're treating an Olympic athlete like he's got like one fucking pullout coach, and he's like, yeah, you know, this TV's big enough for me, and it's like not even a flat screen. You know, it's just sad to see him. But then turns into a woman. Instantly, his life's just good, right? His life's just back to normal. He's living his life. He became Woman of the Year and shit like that. She became Woman of the Year. It's fucking really cool. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Caitlyn. But it's just, the only way to get out of it is to literally change your gender, which was ridiculous, to escape the curse. Rob Kardashian, the male of the family, dude, sells socks. His whole thing is socks. He went with Black China. Black China fucked him up. Black China fucked his life up. He's fucking crazy. I didn't know Rob he's a good looking guy and everything. Became fat and ugly and unwanted, and no one likes him, and he was selling socks, bro. Like, socks. We'll just end. Like, dude, your life is going nowhere. You're literally tied to like the wealthiest TV family shit ever, and your thing is, maybe I'll just sell some socks. Dude, you could literally start a shitty music career if you wanted to. You know, get your sisters to go, you know, suck off Justin Bieber and get a Bieber feature, and you're fucking rolling in the one song's money's dough. Like, that'd be way more than what you can make in fucking selling socks, dude. Who you bought Rob Kardashian? I think I did actually buy one of Robert Kardashian's socks, but he got sued because he fucking stole the design from somebody. It's like Mickey Mouse socks, and then Disney came in and took all the money. So I don't know. It's just nothing going on for Rob, like, especially with like getting fucked over by Black China. I mean, you don't just marry Black China. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest, bro. Like, look at her. Isn't she? She's like not even. She's just a hip hop groupie. Like, it's like marrying Kat Stacks or like a porn star like Pinky, like a hood famous bitch. You can't. What are you doing, bro? Like, these hoes are for everybody. Juicy J said it best. These hoes are for everybody, people. No, we'll go down the list. Okay, Lamar Odom. Come on, man. Famous basketball player doing fucking. He's on the Lakers with Kobe, bro. Lamar fucking Odom. Now, as soon as he starts hooking up with Chloe, something goes a little wrong. He seems out of it. Like, he's getting benched more and more. He was like a star, but he was a star player, to be honest. what happens? It turns out he's fucking drinking all day, doing drugs. Almost ODs, man. Almost loses his life several times. Gets banned from the NBA. It's very hard to get banned from the NBA nowadays. It's like, yeah. Before they would try to ban guys like Allen Iverson for not wearing, but it's just because he didn't show up to practice, guys. This is the one time you get banned from fucking. You can try to make it up as this shit, but it's like, yo, you got to show up to practice. And Lamar Odom was fucking strung out on that heroin or something. Again, dude, he looked like he had a fairly normal, good, down-to-earth life. And to be honest, I think if it wasn't for, he probably would have been able to do heroin and still make it up to games, because when you're single, you got that. It's almost like you kind of get coddled into feeling bad for yourself, when in reality you're like, man, I just gotta do a little less heroin. That's all you gotta do, dude. Okay, so Lamar Odom. Then who else was was it Chris Humphrey? Okay, well, there's a long list for Kim Kardashian, so we'll go through the list of Kim Kardashians. Ray J, is he a thing anymore? Is he still, like, he was like a singer that made a couple of hits. He's actually a really good singer. He should be on the level of like Trey Songz, Tory Lanez, Jeremiah, Jason Derulo. He's like that good of a singer, but he's a laughing stock. He fucked Kim Kardashian for the sex tape that made her famous, and he's like, somehow he's doing worse. It's weird. Like, most celebrity sex tapes bump you. It put him kind of in this weird zone where he's like a meme, but not really the funny meme. He's the D's nuts guy meme. He's not real. Like, I don't know how many people are like unironically listening to Ray J, like throwing Ray J at a party. Like, it's weird because he's a good singer. And then like he's going into this weird like zone of like internet celebrity, not really, but he's like a talented guy. He should be somewhere better than where he is now. And then I think she was fucking Reggie Bush. Now Reggie Bush is tough. Reggie Bush, he's got a fairly good life. But the only thing is, his legacy is every single rapper, nigga, I smoke strong, y'all smoke Reggie. Now, Reggie Bush, is like, y'all smoking that Reggie Bush. His name is symbiotically associated with shitty weed. And now, it's so deep in hip hop that it's just a thing. It's like a bar that you say, no, y'all smoking on Reggie. Y'all smoking on Reggie Bush. I smoke that good shit. Take a look. It's just what it is. It's just his name is fused with garbage weed, and that's what Reggie, smoke a Reggie Bush. It's just shitty weed, which is unfair to the guy because he's a fairly good football player, fairly big and strong. You know what I mean? It doesn't really make sense. Like, it's like, I guess it's just like black strong weed. It's like, to be honest, I don't even know how it got there. It's just, I guess, Reggie Bush. To be honest, I have no idea how it's like. It's just like the Kardashians started a rumor of like, all right, Lil Wayne, say Reggie Bush is bad weed, please, and we'll kick you back some money. So Reggie Bush and Chris Humphries is the first motherfucker that married Kim Kardashian. Now this guy, I don't know about him, but like, he dropped off the face of the map. Like, he was like, almost like he was like just this weird guy, right? And if you watch, he slowly, like, they could have easily just murdered him. Like, no one's checking up on him. He could be tied up in a trunk somewhere, just rotting as a corpse. To be honest, and I'd go, figures. He locked himself up in the trunk and he committed suicide for starvation. I'd believe it. Now, Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner. Travis Scott. We all know what happened with Travis Scott. Probably on top of the world. One of the greatest artists of this. To be honest, I wasn't really a fan. I could hear some of his music and go, okay, it's good. It's overtly a lot of effects. Overly done with the effects. I can Because, like, we all have the opportunity to do that. Anybody can. I could go into the studio and put a shit ton of effects on my voice, and it does sound good. It does come out sounding good. But it's kind of like hitting the cheat button, the that was easy button. It's so easy to do with Travis Scott type music. But nonetheless, he was a good artist, very popular, #1 streaming guy, artist, and selling records all around, selling out shows all around town. Married Kylie Jenner, one of the Kardashians, and then he ended up, just doing this weird bloodlust sacrifice, at the Travis Scott show, Astro World, and literally a lot of people are upset. A lot of people, they sued him for trillions of dollars, And then Travis Scott donated. He is shelling out money. It's just bad public image. It's just he's looked at now as like a guy that, and to be honest, it's a weird. I just remember just thinking like it was weird to just see him not care. Like it was like what's that, an ambulance over there? Oh no, wait, no, that's not an ambulance. Never mind. It's like, yo, wait, what? Did you call it an ambulance and then say never mind? I don't know what that is. It's like. There's a certain time, like 20 something minutes is a long time to figure out that like there's something wrong at your show when like multiple people on the earpiece or whatever have been telling you. And like I know I talk to a lot of like guys, for some reason guys that are fans of Travis Scott really defend him. But like it's just like it's a window of almost 30 minutes, less than 30-minute TV shows with the commercials. Like 20 something minutes of just not really, and then he brought Drake during when he should have known, because the earpiece was ringing like, yo, there's people that need help in the crowd. He brought out Drake and let Drake do a set. Again, I'm not gonna point the blame at either security guards or whoever, but it's like, yo, you're the dude with the mic. Just go, hey, guys, just chill out for a second. We're gonna shut this shit down. I'm gonna let y'all motherfuckers figure it out. Travis out, yo. Y'all motherfuckers gotta stop dying before I start returning to the mic. Travis out. Just some shit like that. But the Kardashian curse, I think, because it's a very weird situation. And we can all say, yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in a concert. Woodstock, there's probably deaths that were way more, but it's weird that he somehow got synonymous with the blame of this and what went on, to almost just, it's like a curse, right? And you can't make this shit up. Like with Kanye West, I mean, if the worst thing that happened to Kanye West is that like, he lost his bitch to Pete Davidson, and he got the divorce. He put three kids into Kim, which was nice little gift for the bitch. And then he went, he was kind of crazy. He was diagnosed with bipolar. But then he's getting out. Now he's got the divorce. He's getting out he's still in the family, but he's getting out. And so to be honest, Kanye West is taking it, this Kardashian curse fairly well. So that's why so the whole back onto the point with Kanye up, Drake down. Drake just lost, he lost almost $300,000 betting on the wrong fighter. Betting, and you gotta be mad, bro. Like, I mean, you could be a billionaire, bro. Like you just lost $275,000 like that, betting on the wrong person, because it's the bet you bet with your heart most of the time. At least dummies do, like Drake. Kanye up, Kim down. Kim kind of in this weird zone, because to be honest, bruh, Pete Davidson, dog, I highly doubt he's an interesting fella. He might be funny, but funny is good until you wake up and realize, okay, these jokes don't hit a nerve. Like with Kanye West, you could listen to him and like a lot of the time he's crazy. A lot of the time it's weird, but it's interesting shit. Like Kanye says things that are interesting. I'm thinking about getting a home in Delaware. And to be honest, it's not even that compelling, like a home in Delaware. But it's like, yo, Kanye, can Can you explain? Delaware? Yeah, Delaware. It's like the forefront of the next hip hop scene. And he'll just go on like for hours on shit like that. Like, yo, I'm gonna start selling coffee. You know, what do you mean well, it's like coffee. The people that make coffee are like the black people back in the 70s picking cotton. Now they're picking, and you go, what do you, wait, slow down, Kanye. And then you want to know more about it. I couldn't imagine when you're talking to Pete Davidson, and I'm going to lay into him for a little bit. Let's start the Pete Davidson roast off. Imagine you're talking to Pete, and you go, Pete, man, how are you feeling? Well, I'm you know, just trying to live life. I'm doing a couple comedy sets at the Cellar tonight, and you know, then I'll probably go home and fuck Kim in the face. Actually, you know, maybe last night I fucked her sister. I didn't even know. I couldn't tell. It was dark. You know, that's Kim. I mean, that's Pete. That's who Kim's fucking. This is a loser. I listened to Pete, and to be honest, I checked out his new special before all this controversy, and I go like, dude, I guess they just do give specials to anybody, because I'm like, yo, but I could kind of see the potential in this kid, and I'm like, yo, he going places. Then I realized that it's not his first special. It's actually he's on Saturday Night Live, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And then he got into a joke about it wasn't even really a joke. It was just like more of a flex of like, yeah, I had Pete Davidson was talking about, yeah, I had Ariana Grande's lips around my dick or some shit. And it was just like, okay, you know? Yeah, I was just sitting there like, yo, is this a joke, or is this just him doing like one of those like one man shows? Like, yeah, so I fuck Ariana Grande. I fucked Jennifer Lawrence. It wasn't even jokes at this point. He's like, yeah, you know, I fucked pretty much every girl that comes on the show on SNL. I fucked, and I was just like, it's cool, I guess, but like, yo, dude, you're doing a comedy set on Netflix. You're doing a fucking special. Like, yo, Pete Davidson, what are you doing? Are you really just flexing on bitches? Like this is worse than like mumble rap, because mumble rap goes, yeah, I fucked this, I fucked that, I fucked this, At least he could dance to it. I was just sitting there listening to Pete Davidson go, yeah, I fucked the girl from Hunger Games, Jennifer Lawrence. I fucking got head from J Lo. You know, I fucked He was just listing bitches. I was about to hit Lizzo, because that fat bitch need love too, but then I got Cardi B instead when Offset was in jail, and it was just like, yo, what are you doing, dog? Like, this isn't funny. I mean, it was kind of cool, and I was sitting there going like, oh shit, he's spilling the tea, but at the same time, you know, it's pretty lit actually. You know, I showed stuff to Pete Davidson, you know, but but it's fuckboy season now. I mean, last month it was Loverboy season. You know, we had Shada Flow season. You know, now it's fuckboy season. You know what I'm saying? March is. Ever since my buddy fucked that chick, his old girlfriend, bro. What? I just don't know why my girl don't like me, dog. I just don't know why she doesn't like me, bro. Well, all I did was just fuck her friend and her sister, dude. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why she just left me, bro. She blocked me. Why would she stop talking to me? Well, what'd you do, bro? All I did was fuck her sister, dude. Like, yeah, women aren't gonna like that, bro. Oh shit, dude. I think we could wrap it up. I don't know. Talked a little too much, but Kanye, I think, is up. He got out of that. I mean, yeah, he's getting a divorce. Maybe he still loves Kim, but in reality, if you love a girl, you gotta set her free. That or fuck her friend and her sister.